You guys have any suggestions, please leave it below. I'm gonna try to get in the shower. Whole body is like shaking and sweating. My freaking ass cheeks are just literally just dripping. I don't like this. I don't like this.
Alright, I'm going to put a little pre-warning. This is going to trigger the pants off of the lot of ya. This is triggering warning, mayday, mayday. Like, this is a lot. This wasn't even my plan today. I said this in my last video about Austin, but this honestly was not my plan. Stormy outside, and this is part of the reason why the last video, it just went so badly wrong. So today you're going to get a double upload. This video, which is a spur of the moment one, and then someone else that I have been trying to record all day.
Shit. Okay.
Like, at this point, I'm convinced that Austin is like, how old is he? In his 30s? I don't even know how old he is. How old is this man? I'm convinced he's like a child. He is the definition of a man-child. And as much as I think Catherine can do some shady-ass things, God, this man is a man-child. I am so happy for her. She managed to get rid of him and his cheating ways. Like, honestly, this is just pushing the limit of what I can be dealing with. Now, we've heard from Catherine on some little news as to what her current feelings are about wanting to move on from Austin.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
And this could be a bit of something, could be a bit of nothing before we delve into the monstrosity that is Austin Mcbroom's latest Snapchats, which, trigger warning, massive trigger warning. So Catherine has posted, who has gone through a divorce or ended a long relationship here? When do you stop being offended when people ask you out or show you interest? Now, if I were Austin and, allegedly, this whole entire thing was broken up because of his incessant cheating, although none of them will actually admit it, it's just a little bit painfully obvious when you have to then take into account he's literally messaging OnlyFans models, asking to be their, agent or whatever the hell we were saying. It must sting a little bit. She's just rubbing it in a little bit, and I don't blame her. I do not blame her. I think they still, in fact, live together. Although in Austin's stories on his Snapchat, he was posting the fact that he was checking out houses. But I'm just a bit like, whatever floats your boat, I think, I couldn't. If I'm out of a relationship, I couldn't even stay in the house, but I do understand that they have children. She then follows it up with a post of her in a nice dress saying, should we celebrate Valentine's Day this year or just cancel it? Okay, good talk. And I'm like, if you're talking about Austin, this is such a bizarre thing to post when you were just talking about the fact that, insinuating the fact that like men are asking you out and things, and then you're saying, should we celebrate Valentine's Day? I'm like, well, celebrate Valentine's Day in a romantic way? Hell no. Unless you were meaning it in a non-romantic way, but I don't know, the picture and the caption kind of says otherwise, in which case that's just like a very confusing thing to have around your kids, like that kind of energy, which is kind of the reasoning why I don't think that like straight after you split up you should remain in the same house together unless you're like completely amicable and on the same page. But whatever, it's not my life, it's not my business, it's not my monkey. So yeah, ironically enough, and I do think this is very ironic, how coincidental. Austin then appears on his Snapchat claiming that he has a fever and he is extremely ill. And he's literally asking his child audience on what he should do.
I got chills and a fever. I've been sweating from head to toe. What should I do, y'all? Hopefully I don't have the C word. Should I go to the hospital just to, like, make sure? What should I do, y'all? What should I do? I'm gonna try to take a cold shower. You guys have any suggestions, please leave it below. I'm gonna try to get in the shower. And then maybe attempt to go to the hospital. This feels ass. Your whole body is like shaking and sweating. My freaking ass cheeks are just literally just dripping. I don't like this. I don't like this.
An absolute man-child. And the annoying thing is, in the Snapchat, it just like skipped it. But at one point, he's like pulling down the shower cap or whatever the thing he's wearing, and he's just like, don't look at this, this is Catherine's. It's like, why are you borrowing her things? Oh god, the whole situation, right? For one, it's completely like, oh, is it just coincidental that, you know, Catherine's posting about having messages and being asked out on dates by other men? Cue you, like straight after that, looking like you are right now, eyeing up your camera, like every few seconds he'll like look down and then he'll like pretend to cry, and then he'll then just like look up at the camera to make sure that the camera's still on him. It's like, this is just, you know what, allegedly, you know, in my own opinion, I would hasten to guess to think he's not actually that ill. Now this is the entertainment we're here for. He's just like, you ever just lay on the ground in the shower? Like, once again, what is with the shower pics? Like, if you're genuinely ill, who is posting this? Who is posting this? Like, you're a grown man. You, like, anyone who's like, I'm so ill, and then takes a picture of themselves to like try and prove it, but it's obviously completely staged. I'm just like, what is the big deal? Like, people get ill. But the thing is, he's literally asking people for advice. So he then goes and he's then appearing in the hospital or in the doctor's surgery. And these pictures are wild. Like, he can't be serious, can he? He can't be serious. He can't be serious. What is this? What is this picture? I'm sick. This next one. He looks like a little kid in the doctor's office. I went to the hospital. Do you see what I mean? What adult is wanting this content? What adult? I'm telling you, his content is aimed at kids. Yet in the last video that we came across, he was there literally thirst trapping after kids. I don't think it was his intention, but he was getting all pouty and he was like grinding around the place. Yet his audience is literally kids. He then has a close-up of him doing the blood pressure machine. I can't deal with it. It's literally like when you take your kid to the doctor's office. Who was taking that picture? Who was... I think he said that his friend drove him there. So I'm assuming that's who did it. But did the doctor know this picture was being taken? Like, this is so wild. This is so wild.
Good morning, Snapchat fam.
And I'm not joking. The minute he gets back, he starts posting like, you know, when you're ill, you then realize how much you love everyone. And then he then proceeds to start tagging, like literally adding pictures of everyone he knows, saying, I love you so much. Like, even to the dog. The dog even got a little mention. And I'm like, you know what? If you were like really on the brink of it, you were extremely poorly. Okay, to the point where you're not going to pick up your camera. I can understand if you're scared for your life. You can... Then no part of any of the stuff that he's been sharing makes me feel like he is on the brink of it, okay? He looks like he might be mildly ill. But even then, I really am quite suspicious on, you know, the gap between when Catherine posted her story and then Austin then is like self-proclaimed ill. Anyway, so fast forward to the next morning, and if this doesn't just prove my point that Catherine has quite literally done everything for him up until this point, this is going to prove it even further, because here he is trying to navigate a COVID test.
Good morning, Snapchat fam. Doing a whole lot better today. Was able to take my girls to school this morning. Yesterday was rough and worse as the day was going on. I was throwing up everywhere. I was shitting everywhere.
No, stop it. Stop it. No one needs to know this. No one. I get it's a bodily function, but I just think some things should just be kept to ourselves. I think that it would have been okay if you didn't share that with us, Austin. It would have been okay. I think everyone would have survived.
No, but it was bad. Everything was just coming out of me. Today I can at least move around. I still feel a little hot. I have a little bit of a fever, but I'm able to move around, which is good. I'm gonna take another COVID test today. Took one yesterday, came back negative, so that's good. Take another one. I haven't taken one of these on myself. So bear with me. I'm not sure how to do this.
You just said that you took one yesterday. Who took it for you yesterday? Did the doctor take it? Or did you have Catherine do it? Like, what have you done this whole time? Because presumably you have taken them before, no? I mean, it's quite rare to come across somebody who hasn't, especially as Austin, like, you know, travels about. Austin and Catherine both travel about. They both go to different, like, they both, you know, literally travel about, leave the country and all that. Who the hell is doing it? Has Catherine been doing it for you this whole time? I am inclined to believe this.
I don't know how this works. All right, y'all, let's figure this out. Hopefully you guys can help me. So I'm assuming these go up your nose. What are these? I'm not sure what these are. Strips. I'm not sure what these are.
Okay, I do get that you can have like various different tests and you can also go to those places that will like do it for you and things. Like, I do understand this. I do understand. But at the end of the day, like, read the instructions. Basically the rest of it before he literally shows us on it going up his nose, and he won't read the he only actually stumbles across the instructions at the end, like asking us what do I do? What do I do? It was like the other day. He was just like, I don't know, I'm so ill. What do I do? He gives off this impression that he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he can't take care of himself. And maybe that's far-fetched. He's literally a man-child. And nothing is more unattractive than a man-child. Especially if you're a man-child with kids, like, because then you are essentially another child. Just find it very coincidental how Catherine posts a little posty post, and then all of a sudden Austin is, you know, shoving COVID tests up his nose and pretending to pass out in the shower. Like, I can't deal with the whole thing. I know I've said I can't deal quite a few times, but this, honestly, like, when I saw Austin shoving that thing up his nose, I did laugh. It gave me good entertainment, and maybe that is what he's after, but I just can't quite believe that this is what he's resorting to doing on Snapchat. Like, if he's not trying to thirst trap his, you know, audience of primarily kids, then he's just like begging for sympathy and shoving COVID tests up his nose.
This up my nose, I hate this. I don't like anything up my nose. Then you gotta like kind of get deep in there so it like really gets... Shit. Okay. That should be good. Bless me. Sorry, guys.
Oh, the COVID test was negative, by the way, just to let you know. But no, for real. Okay, if what he's doing is like trying to garner sympathy because it's very clear that Catherine is kind of off doing her own thing, at least that's what she's portraying on her Snapchat. If that was a reaction to what she was posting, I don't like saying the, you know, narcissism word, because obviously that word just gets thrown out a lot, but it's looking like there's some tendencies there, some real tendencies. Anyway, that's just my own thoughts and feelings. I feel really bad for the kids in the situation. I feel bad for anyone that has to bear witness to his Snapchats. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch up with you guys in the next video.